Will President Trump's new tariffs make homes more expensive here in Bellingham? Right? Tariffs just have been getting major upgrades all over the news, right? If you're thinking about buying, building, or financing a home, this could hit your bottom line harder than expected, right? Here's the deal. President Trump has rolled out these sweeping new tariffs, and it seems to be changing every day, right? It includes that 10% baseline on all imports, that 25% tax on foreign vehicles. And when you're watching this, I guarantee you something has changed probably 10, 100 times over. It seems to change all the time, right? But here's the real question. What do these trade policies mean for your next home purchase, your mortgage rate, and even the housing market in general, right? Let me break it down in 3 key impacted areas that you should know about right here, and stick around because the last one is going to surprise you. Key impact number 1 here in Bellingham is that tariffs are going to increase construction costs, right? Roughly 10% of all home building materials in the US are imported, right? We're talking about lumber from Canada, drywall from Mexico, both of which are now in the tariff crosshairs, right? Builders are already bracing for increased costs, right? My notes here say $7,500 to $10,000 in the city of Bellingham and other municipalities here in Whatcom County in the Pacific Northwest. We have even higher taxes, higher permitting fees. We have energy efficiency things, all of which are actually raising the codes and standards, and the subsequent building supplies, I think, are well in excess of that for each new home, right? And this especially impacts the entry level and mid-tier houses, where inventory is already critically low, right? So if you're counting on more affordable new homes hitting the market, the truth is you could delay that hope even further with a few caveats, right? A few things. There are a lot of new homes being built up in Blaine right now. So outside of Bellingham, maybe a 25, 35 minute drive, but more affordable homes. It's a few large developments up there. But if you're looking at Bellingham, it is incredibly challenging to build today. Here's another side story. So I was talking with a couple different builders here in Bellingham, how they're handling the new tariffs. And in some of their contracts, that their new construction with their clients, they're willing to absorb the first few percent of increases. Though that could be a challenging and possibly scary proposition if you don't know what the costs are actually going to be, because we're thinking 6, 9, 12 months in the future, what are the tariffs going to be? Are they going to be astronomical? Are they going to be repealed one week and then they're back the next? I don't know. Be cautious. Yeah, so how is that going to impact? I don't know exactly, but my guess would be it's going to add some cost somewhere to your bottom line. The second key impact that we want to think about is mortgage rates could stay higher for longer, right? As tariffs raise costs, the higher costs often mean higher inflation, and that's exactly what keeps mortgages elevated, right? Right now, 30-year fixed rates are in the high 6s, low 7s. The inflation numbers are sticky, right? Because due to this trade policy, the Fed may hold off rate cuts because they don't want to overinflate the economy. That means less relief for buyers who are hoping for a drop in interest rates. While some headlines still say rates are going to fall in 2025, I think tariff pressure could artificially hold them up for longer than we all would expect. We think the trade tariff pressure is going to hold up interest rates longer than we're all really wanting. Couple thoughts. Interest rates are fluctuating daily. So I've had clients just as recently as this last week talk about how can we lock our rates in, and then lenders are getting pretty flexible and having different options of, if rates do come down, being able to relock at a lower rate. But talk with your lender. I have some great ones if you're looking for some. Key impact number 3 of these tariffs are buyers could lose even more buying power. Right, so here's the catch. Right, if home prices continue to rise higher from material costs and rates stay elevated, buyers are going to lose on both fronts, right? Higher monthly payments and more expensive homes. And in Bellingham specifically, we're kind of worried about the lack of homes and the lack of affordable options, right? Higher building costs just means it's more expensive to build. More expensive to build means there's less first-time homebuyer homes, entry-level homes. It's more higher-end stuff here in Bellingham, I find, on average. According to the Tax Foundation, the average household could pay almost $1,300 more per year from just these tariffs, and that's real money, right? That eats into your buying power. That could price more buyers out of the market entirely. So what should you do? Right? If you're planning to build, buy, or refinance, get in front of this now. Let's sit down. Okay, and with all of this tariff talk, let's just frame this just for a second, right? I talk with clients day in and day out, and I tend to find again and again, my most successful clients are making decisions today based on the data of the market, not the drama of the market. So regardless of what the headlines say, please reach out and schedule a one-on-one free consultation and strategy call. Let's talk about your timing, your goals, your budgets, current market, and what's actually important to you and your next move. Right? Reach out to me anytime to schedule a free consultation, a free strategy session call. We'll plan a smarter move with confidence no matter what the headlines are going to say next. Thanks so much for watching, and like and subscribe and check out some of my other great content, and we'll talk to you soon.